Welcome back. Tonight we're hearing from friends and family of two teenagers who were hit by a car on Siesta Drive in Sarasota.
The family of one of the victims confirming tonight that their son passed away after the accident. ABC 7's Kate Flexter talked to those who knew him and joins us with a look back at his life. Kate.
Thanks, guys. Both of the victims attended Riverview High School, and since the accident have seen an outpouring of support.
It was the evening of March 13th when Sarasota police say a 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy were hit by a car on Siesta Drive. The two were trying to cross the street.
I was just shocked.
Investigators have not yet released the names of the victims or the driver, although the victim's family identified the girl as Erica Ross and the boy as Matthew Batchy. Ross was seriously injured and is in the hospital. Batchy's family tells us he sustained brain injuries and passed away Wednesday morning.
He's just so young. He had so much to look forward to, and in the blink of an eye, it went away.
Dalton Ellis was with Batchy's family in the hospital.
I expected it to be sad, but really his mom just brought the whole situation up. She was just happy. Everybody was there visiting. They didn't know he had so many friends, so many family members that cared about him. It was overwhelming for them.
Ellis met Batchy through racing dirt bikes, a real passion for him, and says Batchy always had a smile on his face.
It was permanent, never left. He could be the maddest person ever, but somehow he's always still smiling.
Since the accident, friends and family have created a GoFundMe account for Ross and are planning a memorial for Batchy on Siesta Beach Saturday night. Ellis says then it will be clear just how many lives he touched.
His presence it was always with you no matter what, and I just feel like it never left.
Did you feel like it ever will?
No.
The police department describes the driver as cooperative. They're still waiting on the results of a toxicology report, but so far no charges have been filed. Back to you guys.
All right, Kate, thank you. A Sarasota man faces aggravated battery charges tonight after police say he threatened, tied up, and beat another man with knives and chains. Last Friday, Sarasota police officers responded to Mabel Long Way for a report of a robbery. Police say near that area, Lamar Morris told another man to go with him to a shed. Once inside, Morris asked him where his stuff was. He then used a chain to tie the victim's hands behind his back and wrapped a chain around his neck to the point where he couldn't breathe. Morris eventually left, and the victim was able to free himself and run to a nearby home.
We're learning more tonight on which areas of the Suncoast will get federal money for the opioid crisis. Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan says the state's distribution of federal anti-drug funds will help Sarasota, Manatee, and Hillsborough counties fight the deadly heroin and opioid epidemic. The new funding was allocated to 7 groups selected by the governor to distribute $18 million for treatment of people with substance abuse problems. Roughly $16 million will be divided among 14 counties that include Sarasota and Manatee. The funding is part of a $485 million national allocation included in the 21st Century Cures Act.
A somber and emotional moment at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport as a soldier's body was returned home to his family. Major Daniel Doyle's body was discovered in an industrial area in Italy earlier this month. He was reported missing 4 days earlier when he didn't show up for work. The 32-year-old father of 2 was a National Guardsman and a Booker High School graduate. Major Doyle was 2 months into a 6-month deployment with the U.S. Army's African Operations Section. Today, his remains were brought back to his family, his casket draped with an American flag.
Well, it's always an honor, and the sad part about it is that, there's usually a family left behind, so to see his wife and his 2 young daughters is very emotional.
The cause of Major Doyle's death is under investigation by Italian authorities and the U.S. military.
A customer service company is working with a nonprofit to bring awareness to military suicide. Alorca is the 3rd largest provider of customer service solutions to the U.S. market in the world. They're working with the Military Veteran Project, or MVP, to raise money for PTSD research. Today, photos of those fallen soldiers were attached to booths at the company's Sarasota location. The founder of MVP says that the importance of these companies giving back to our military members and their families is great.
We'll be doing the Dial for Dollars program where members and employees of Alorica will be able to call out and reach for a military suicide awareness and help us raise funds for research and alternative treatments to prevent military suicide.
Also today, Alorica announced the creation of 200 new jobs at the Sarasota office. More than 330 people already work with Alorica here on the Suncoast. A great partnership there.
Well, we were getting close to triple digits today in our temperatures, huh?
I know, it's rough out there, Bob, and we're not even into June yet.
Yes, very hot temperatures already at 97 degrees. The good thing is at least the dew point isn't in the low 70s. The feels like temperature would be at about 110 right now. I know that's not much of a break there, but it is a little bit. 97 degrees, that's the hottest it's been today, and it looks as though temperatures are pretty much topped out across the area, although 99 in Bradenton, again 99 in Palmetto. These are unofficial weather reporting stations there in those two cities. However, they've been fairly reliable, so it's going to be close to 100 degrees here, and it looks as though we've had a few showers around. You can see that with the, again, current conditions, 97 degrees. The dew point is lower at 30, I should say 64, and the humidity, look at that, 34%, and east to southeast winds at 10. We have some showers developing right along the coast pretty quickly, moving off toward the west. Again, some showers near Venice, Osprey, right there in downtown Sarasota near the Ringley Bridge, and also Lido, some showers, as well as up into Longboat Key and near Bradenton. We'll have much more in our forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The final performance of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus is this Sunday in New York, and that's a day on the calendar some circus fans thought they would never see.
We talked to some of the most avid circus collectors in the country about the end of Ringling, and they had some strong opinions. ABC 7's Ray Collins has this special report.
Pete Adams' Sarasota living room is shelf after shelf decorated with circus memorabilia. There's a wagon wheel in the front vestibule, a signed portrait of Red Skelton on the wall above it, and over on that shelf, a clown shoe that turns into much more.
Three-ring circus.
But Pete is actually holding back in the main house. Wait until you see his garage.
These are actual season passes from the greatest show on earth that I've just acquired.
His garage is filled with more than 20,000 posters, hats, binder after binder after binder of pictures. What kind of things do you have back here?
Basically models of the circus. This is of Pidner, it's a French circus, and the models. And then this is Chipperfield's down here on the lower two shelves, and both of those are, of course, British.
Both of those are British, and as for Pete, he's from Maryland. So how'd this all get started?
When I was a kid, my parents, for my birthday in November, always took me to the Shrine Circus.
Fast forward 50 colorful years, and when it was time to retire, Pete and his wife knew they had to come to Sarasota.
I decided that we wanted to be close to the circus.
And Pete says since they arrived back in 2003 with their U-Haul trailer, his collection has since taken off, including 5,000 posters.
Russian poster. Yeah. This is Polish. Cirque. Up. King Brothers. Okay, probably only played 1 day or 2 days.
And as you walk through his collection in the garage, you begin to realize Ringling Brothers is not the only circus. And even though Sunday marks the end of Ringling Brothers Circus, circuses will go on.
My personal opinion on the demise of Ringling, other people will step up. Just like somebody stepped up to repurchase the Big Apple Circus in New York.
Having said that, Adams admits he is disappointed at Kenneth Feld Jr. of Manatee County, who pulled the plug on the Ringling Circus.
If his dad was still alive, he'd be very disappointed in his family. I truly believe that they made their money to buy the operations that they have today based upon what they made originally from the circus sales.
But another collector we spoke with via Skype in Wisconsin understands the decision. Richard Bennett is the one who recently auctioned off dozens of items from Ringling's personal collection.
Most everything was given to me by Ida B. Ringling.
And even though he's a huge Ringling fan, he says he understands people nowadays aren't involved in circuses since they can now see everything at home on their computer. But despite the changing times, Sarasota historian Jeff LaHerd thinks interest in Sarasota as a circus destination will continue to attract collectors like Pete Adams.
I think it'll stay the same. I mean, obviously some of it will diminish if some of the show folks die off. But the institutions like the Ringling Art Museum, the Ringling Museum of the Circus, God is Down, all of that, and the Ringling name will always be here.
And as long as institutions and museums will be here, Pete Adams will be here as well.
This is from a Chinese group that did an international performance.
In Sarasota County, Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Adams says he does not plan to go to New York to see Sunday's final Ringling show. He and his wife saw the last show when it was in Tampa, but you can watch that final performance live on Sunday. Feld Entertainment will be streaming it on Facebook and on the circus website.
State wildlife officials will not hold another bear hunt for at least the next 2 years, so now they're focusing on other non-lethal bear management practices. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission wants people to better secure their garbage so fewer bears will stop in neighborhoods. One way to do this is to have more people use bear-resistant trash bins. During a demonstration today, FWC showed 2 bears trying to open a trash can that was filled with donuts for over a half an hour without success. FWC officials hope that over time these trash cans will become the norm for some residents. FWC received $825,000 this year to help residents in 11 counties to buy these trash cans. Those bears were persistent. They wanted those donuts, but
That's
they couldn't
just
get
not
in.
fair. I mean, if
know.
you have a whole thing, it could have been something less desirable than donuts.
I
What
know.
if someone told you, you can have this, but you know, there's a
Yeah.
ton of donuts in there, but you'll never be able to open it. Oh, that's not fair. But I'm glad to see that those trash cans
It
do work.
works.
Yep.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, new hope for the form of breast cancer that has no cure.
The latest research on women living with metastatic breast cancer straight ahead.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Drive into Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota and discover big savings during the Drive and Discover event. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or get more legroom and maximum comfort with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
With all the furniture choices you have, where do you shop? How about Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, now available in Sarasota? Treat yourself to a new Beauty Sleep Queen mattress set starting at only $399 and save up to $800 off an adjustable base with your mattress purchase. Find huge Memorial Day discounts of up to 70% off throughout our showroom with hundreds of items ready for immediate delivery. It's the Memorial Day sales event going on now at Bacon's Furniture and Bedding, available now in Sarasota. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder, high performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Tonight, new statistics and new hope for metastatic breast cancer. Metastatic cancers are those that have already spread to other organs, making complete elimination impossible. But now a new report offering some hopeful signs that advances are being made. Researchers led by the National Cancer Institute looking at past and current surveillance data, estimating that nearly 155,000 women in the U.S. live with metastatic breast cancer. One reason, improvements in treatment. But experts say the need is greater than ever for more research to better meet the needs of these women. A new study shows swearing may give us more strength in tough situations. Participants were asked to pedal or squeeze something while either cursing or saying neutral words. The volunteers produced more pedaling power and had stronger hand grips while they were cursing. The researchers think that cussing may allow people to shut down their inhibitions and somewhat veil the effort of the pain of that task. The study was conducted by Keele University and Long Island University, Brooklyn. So, decide if you want to use that tactic, but.
That's right. I'll tell you, Haley, today we were talking about it earlier about the heat, and the heat it continues to go on and on and on. We tied a record 2 days ago. We set one yesterday. Today, the all-time hottest May day ever recorded at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport topped out at, get this, 100 degrees. 100 degrees. That's not a feels like. That's the actual temperature that occurred at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. Some showers around now, cooling things down a little bit. You can see that our lens right there in downtown Sarasota. Getting a little bit wet as a result of a strong easterly wind. Whenever you get a strong east wind, you can bet temperatures warm up here. If there's no sea breeze developing, and temperatures stay hot, even near the coast, and that's where the Sarasota Bradenton Airport is, not too far away from the bay there. Right there is where the airport is, and you can see some showers moving through there now, so things are starting to cool off around there. Also near Onico and Cortez, Bayshore Gardens getting some rainfall right now, and you can see that rain now near Lido, spreading off toward Longboat Key, again pushing toward the west. Now Lido is getting light rain, they had a little heavier earlier, and then along Interstate 75, not much going on there, but US 41 getting the rain today. So yesterday was out there, today a little bit closer to the coast. And Bradenton, some showers there just near Onico, a live sweep showing that rain moving to the west now near El Conquistador Parkway, near IMG, and also near Cortez. One lone shower now near Osprey, that's moving off to the west. You'll notice there has been a lot of lightning around. That's a direct result of some dry air into the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere at around 30,000 feet. As the storms get up to that level, they want to build higher, obviously, but with that dry air around, they can't. And so you have to have a storm at least 30,000 feet for that lightning to start to develop with ice crystals developing. Well, there it is, the high 100 degrees. The old mark was 97, set back in 1938. And the old record high May Day temperature was, again, May 28th, I believe, and that was back in 1953 when it got up to 98 degrees. So we beat that by a couple degrees. This morning's low was 73. And no rainfall report. Now, we do see 100-degree temperatures every so often, every couple of summers or so, but not this early in the season. So it's a little unusual to see that. And that's due mainly to the strong easterly flow, the very dry air we have in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. And I don't think we'll see that tomorrow because we are anticipating a little bit better chance for a sea breeze and a little bit more clouds around. But it will still top out in the low 90s. We're expecting highs in the low 90s tomorrow as opposed to the upper 90s and low 100s. Well, big storms firing up, tornadoes. We had the damage yesterday into Oklahoma. More, it looks like, expected for us through this evening. You can see those tornado watches from Kansas City all the way down to west portion of Dallas now. And these are all tornado warnings that you see in the red. So we have a couple of those just to the west of Oklahoma City and a couple to the north as well. So a very active night tonight over the central U.S. By the way, this storm system will eventually bring us a chance for some showers, mainly inland. But that won't happen until Monday. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. For boaters, again, through the evening, northeast winds 15 knots and then a moderate chop. Similar conditions expected for tomorrow. There's your 7-day forecast. A good chance for scattered storms. A little bit better tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. I think we can pretty much bet that we're not going to see 100 degrees tomorrow. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on US 301 in both the north and southbound lanes near Fruitville Road.
4 car companies are ready to settle a lawsuit over faulty Takata airbags. Toyota, Subaru, Mazda, and BMW have reached a proposed settlement that would compensate owners of 15 million vehicles for economic losses stemming from the massive recall of those Takata airbags. The automakers have agreed to pay $553 million to settle a lawsuit filed in federal court in Miami. The court must still approve that settlement. Takata's airbag inflators can explode with too much force, hurling shrapnel into drivers and passengers. The inflators are blamed for at least 16 deaths worldwide.
General Motors is reducing its footprint in India. Just 2 years ago, GM pledged to pour $1 billion into its India operations. But now that plan has been scrapped. GM plans to stop selling cars in India by the end of this year. GM still plans to produce vehicles at its plant near Mumbai. Those cars are primarily sold in Mexico, Central America, and South America. A second GM plant in India will likely be sold to a Chinese company. GM spent more than 2 decades in the competitive India car market, but failed to make much of a dent.
All right, your entertainment news is next.
The Alfa Romeo Quadrifoglio charmed us all and crippled the competition. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Alfa Romeo got a lot right with the Giulia, but the handling alone is sufficient reason to get one. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
A sad day for rock fans. Chris Cornell, the lead singer of the bands Soundgarden and Audioslave, has died at the age of 52.
A medical examiner says Cornell killed himself by hanging in a Detroit hotel room following a concert on Wednesday. The band had just begun a U.S. tour in April. Cornell's representative says the singer's passing was, quote, sudden and unexpected.
Bobby Moynihan will leave Saturday Night Live following this weekend's season finale after 9 seasons on the NBC show. CBS recently picked up a pilot Moynihan is starring in called Me, Myself, and I. He is the second longest tenured member of the SNL cast behind Kenan Thompson. He's best known for his recurring character, Drunk Uncle, who shows up to tell stories on Weekend Update.
He'll be missed on that show. James Corden will once again host the Grammy Awards. The host of The Late Late Show emceed the annual awards show for the first time this year, and he received generally positive reviews. 2018 Grammys will be celebrating its 60th anniversary, and for the first time since 2003, the show will return to New York City at Madison Square Garden.
Muppets fans are going to have more places to ask the question, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? SeaWorld Entertainment and the nonprofit behind Sesame Street are expanding their partnership through 2031. SeaWorld plans to build a second Sesame Place theme park to complement its existing location outside of Philadelphia. SeaWorld will also open a Sesame Street Land in its Orlando park. A popular, it's been an American standby, an icon for decades.
And SeaWorld has to do kind of something different here
right.
To keep people coming in to see their attractions.
True, they've had all those issues, so this is maybe a new path for them.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with more news and your forecast.
Why settle for less? Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service, quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALT named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.